Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone says it's because of her continued fight for abortion rights.
He says he told Pelosi she must either repudiate her support of abortion rights or stop speaking publicly about her Catholic faith. CBS 2's John Ramos has reaction.
With tensions running higher than ever on the issue of abortion, the war of words between Archbishop Salvatore Cordileone and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has reached a new phase.
I have a disagreement about who should decide this. I believe that God has given us a free will to honor our responsibilities.
But more recently, with her advocacy for codifying the Roe decision in federal law, it's becoming more and more extreme, and more aggressive, and I've been trying to speak with her about this.
But it looks like the discussion is over. On Friday, Archbishop Cordileone sent Pelosi a letter saying, quote, "You are not to present yourself for Holy Communion, and should you do so, you are not to be admitted to Holy Communion until such time as you publicly repudiate your advocacy for the legitimacy of abortion and confess and receive absolution of this grave sin in the sacrament of penance." Many of those attending Mass in San Francisco this morning were aware of the controversy. Marco Hernandez says he wasn't shocked by it.
Being a Catholic, and I know that the church is against abortion, so no, I was not surprised at all that they tried to stop her from the communion.
But like many, Jean-Marie Breckenridge seemed uncomfortable that Pelosi was singled out in a community full of people with strong abortion rights beliefs.
It's Nancy Pelosi's position, and it's also a political thing. She's sought out because of who she is. But
do you think that's fair?
Not entirely, no.
But Carmel Richard, with a group called Pro-Life SF, supports Cordileone's decision.
I view him, he's similar to a father. That's what our bishop is, and this is a case where tough love is needed.
Well, Nancy Pelosi hasn't responded yet, but as a devout Catholic, it's unclear what her options are now moving forward. Experts say she may not be the Archbishop's true intended target.
So what are her options right now? Couldn't she appeal directly to the Pope? Doesn't the Pope have complete authority over the Archbishop of San Francisco?
What the actual effect of this will be is very unclear. But I think it is very important to stress that Nancy Pelosi is a devout Catholic and a devout Catholic mother of 5.
How is it possible that Catholic President Joe Biden goes to the Vatican, Joe Biden is pro-choice, comes out of a meeting with the Pope and says that the Pope told him he's a good Christian and that he will receive communion. In fact, he did receive communion while at the Vatican. How is that possible? But yet Archbishop Cordileone in San Francisco believes that's within his power to deny communion to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
If we look further back into the past, we can see that the target here is not just Pelosi or Biden. It is Pope Francis himself.
Well, the Archbishop's decision comes as the Supreme Court is expected to rule on the legality of abortion within the next few weeks. A leak of a draft opinion earlier this month shows Roe v. Wade will probably be overturned.